Hey there, it's Miss Guy, and we are in session 13 this week talking about marriage and family. If marriage and family and how that entity exists in society and how it impacts society interests you, I want to put a little plug out there for a class called Sociology 213, which is Sociology of the Family. I teach that class online in the summer and the fall, and that class focuses on marriage and family aspects of society. So if anything in this chapter is intriguing to you, I would encourage you to think about taking Sociology 213. That is a fantastic class that just dives deep into how families really create who we are and how family units impact society. We also do a fun project with a story called The Other Wes Moore in Sociology 213, which outlines two people with the same name that grew up in the same area, relatively same family dynamic, and one ends up in prison and one ends up being a very successful person. And so that is just a little plug for more in-depth learning about marriage and family. Okay, so you are going to read chapter 16 from your e-textbook this week, and you are going to complete quizzes 16.1 through 16.8, as well as the cumulative chapter 16 quiz. Once you have done that, you are going to complete the Stages of Family Life journal. You're going to watch Crash Course in Sociology number 38, which talks about the stages of family life. And then you are going to answer what looks like two questions, but I want to spend some time explaining here because I will say that a lot of students rush through this particular journal entry and don't always earn the full credit, and so I want to spend some time explaining a little more in depth. The first question of your journal entry asks you to explain the stages of family life in your own words. I will tell you that there are 4 stages of family life that this video, Crash Course in Sociology number 38, discusses. You are going to have to watch and listen carefully to this video in order to figure out what those 4 stages are. You may even need to watch the video again and take notes as you go. So there are 4 stages of family life discussed in the video. You will clearly identify those 4 stages and then explain what happens in those stages for the first question of your journal response. So even though that looks like one question, it's going to be a lot of content because you're going to have 4 different stages listed and you're going to explain those 4 different stages. So again, I'm going to caution you on just watching the video one time quickly. You may need to be taking notes or watching it again. And then your second question of your journal entry is going to ask you how mate selection, so essentially the person that you choose to romantically engage with or the person you choose to procreate with, can affect that family life cycle, the one that you just addressed in the first question. So think about that. Who we choose to mate with, procreate with, and romantically engage with absolutely affects our family cycle. I'm just asking you how. Explain that in your own words, how mate selection affects the family life cycle. Remember, this needs to be high quality college level content. I need to see correct grammar and evidence that you've proofread or reread what you've written. You should be answering in complete sentence form, and you should be forming your responses inside of a paragraph. So for the first question, you may have it listed 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the explanation of what each one of those stages are out to the side of it. And then the second question, it would just be one specific paragraph response. I hope that you enjoy learning about marriage and family. And again, if you're interested in taking a deep dive in family units and how they affect society, remember that SOC 213 does that as well. And that will be taught online during the summer and the fall. Reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns, and I will make sure to get back with you as soon as possible.